Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Sri Prabhupada. At the moment, I'm thinking of going out and finding a yoga studio where I could speak with them and ask them if they are willing to have us perform a small event, small program. This approach to preach in China is used by many devotees throughout the country. We've done it a couple of times actually. His Grace Gopal Prabhu has done it many times. Practically each time that he came to China to preach, there was such a program organized. The last time that this happened was in 2019 when His Grace Gopal Prabhu came along with his son's wife and their daughters, as well as Raja Kishore Prabhu and his wife, and Talavid Prabhu. So they all came and they actually did a really intense preaching adventure. I think they went to 4 or 5 different cities in the span of 6 days or something like this, in 1 week. It was very intense. Unfortunately, we haven't seen much footage of this. All that came out was like 2-3 minute video. Anyway, it's a good way to approach the students of the yoga place and get an opportunity to distribute books and sometimes prasadam, also have them chant Hare Krishna. I want to be finding a place here in Guangzhou that will allow us to do so, and maybe even consider doing it on a regular basis, having some sort of cooperation with them. I want to be driving there and bringing my wife's iPad with a couple of our videos of such events that we did in the past, so that I can show them what we're doing, so that they can get an idea and that they maybe feel willing to want to also have this cooperation with us. So this is the small video that they did, that Mahaprabhu did for the 2019 preaching trip. So it's very short, it's only 2 minutes long. It shows a lot of the activities you see, so there's a lot of the yoga places, right? So one thing though is that normally in these yoga places it's only women. Already about 80% of devotees in China are women. I guess almost 80%, 70, 80. So we would like to preach more to men, to have more Prabhus, but of course it's not that we're discriminating. But anyway, this is an avenue that we should definitely explore. We'll be putting this video into this iPad, and I'll go there and see if we can get something arranged. I search on the map some yoga places. I've decided to go and take a look in Tianhe district, which is the main district, is like the center of Guangzhou. I found a place where there's a couple of yoga places nearby one another, so maybe I'll try 2 or 3 today. So that's it, we'll go and see how things turns out. Very well. So we've arrived to the first yoga place. I'm just gonna leave the car here and go check quick. Okay, so I found the place. You can see the fine yoga there. So that's the thing, so I'll be preparing my iPad to show them the videos of our previous engagements, and let's see how it goes. Okay, so here they said that this is only a branch and that they cannot make decisions on such events, so I need to contact the Shenzhen branch. Shenzhen is another very big city in South China, and ask them, and they will arrange and they will give me the authorization to do it here. That can be done by phone. Meanwhile, I'll try to go see another place nearby. There's 2 other yoga places actually across the street. These are big streets, huge buildings. It's a very crowded place. It's the center. It's very near the center of Guangzhou. So it says that there's 2 other places, somewhere over there, here or there. I just hope that my car can stay at the same place. Nobody will bother me. I see that there's a lot of street performers like this, beggars, That could be a good idea to come here and chant Hare Krishna. Just came out of that place. It's actually in an apartment, so it's very small. So I spoke to them but the two ladies I spoke to, they were new. They arrived just today, so they did not know much. The teacher who was more experienced was in a class at the moment, so I could not interrupt. But I left my phone number. Anyway, I just wanted to come out and experience what it is to go there and actually meet them and try to convince them to allow us to come and do a program, because this was actually very very successful when we were in Xuchang. When my wife and I we started the temple. I did that at one point. I wanted to preach so badly, and I just thought, okay, let me take the train, let me go to Zhengzhou City, which is the capital of Henan province. It was north of the city where we were. So I just went there and I tried to find the most famous yoga place, and I went there. I think I went with my wife at that time. Our son wasn't born. So we went there and we met Hao Laoshi, teacher Hao, and she's in some of our vlogs also. And even in that preaching trip 2 years ago that Sunagopal Prabhu came with the other devotees, they met her again. So it turned out to be such a success. Actually, it's one of the most famous vlog that we did. We're kind of singing and dancing on the rooftop, and you see hundreds of ladies dancing, and also it was very successful. It's good to try to go there sometimes. They get the feel of who you are. Of course, calling would be much more easier and faster. You just call many places and see if they agree or not. But it's a bit hard for them to get convinced. They don't see you. You cannot show them the clips of previous programs that we arranged. One thing though is that I do not know about getting serious devotees with this kind of engagements. Of course, the Lord can arrange anything. But my point is that normally these yoga places are frequented by young ladies who are very much in the bodily concept of life. Because they want to get fit, right? This is how they sell the yoga scheme now, is that actually it has nothing to do with yoga. It's simply you become thin and pretty. So girls go there for basically sex life. That's why I'm doubting whether or not we can get someone serious from there. Anyway, I think that will be all for today. I will be calling some places later on. I don't know if it's a good strategy to come too much near the center or more in the outskirts of the city. Those two beggars that were singing that I saw, it's a good idea to just stand in the street corner like this and chant. If they don't get disturbed, then I guess I wouldn't get disturbed also by any authorities. And plus, on street corners like this at the intersection, it's more rare that there are police passing by, So anyway, I have to go back now to the temple every Wednesday. His Grace Sunagopal Prabhu gives a Chinese class, and today is Wednesday, so now my wife is translating, so I need to take care of my son while she does so. So I'm back at the temple. It's a bit past 7, so the Gora Arti is going on. So I'll try to call a few yoga places during the week, see if we can get something going. Also, a regular prasadam distribution program is what we need. So to call some old folks home is a good way to start. Also, the training is going on. Hamsika Mataji, Haribhadra Mataji, you might have seen in the footages. They're being trained up at the moment, so I'm teaching them what I've learned. The whole morning worship, seva, their lordships. Hamsika Mataji is very serious. She's taking notes. She's the one who's been typing in the Sanskrit with the Roman character and diacritics. She's translating all the mantras for each different steps of the morning puja. So she's very serious and she enjoys it, she likes it. Now she's teaching. Hello. This is the helper. She takes care of Labanga's mother. Very fortunate woman. Oh, we can hear the Vaishnavas performing worship of the Lord. After all the materialism of the downtown Guangzhou, there's one oasis of spiritual bliss. Vada Yadava Madhava Krishna Hare Vada Rama Janardana Keshava He. Vada Yadava Madhava Krishna Hare Vada Rama Janardana Keshava He. Vrishabha